We are activating your unique self-discovery one show at a time. The Orchard of Wisdom Self-Discovery podcast are at your fingertips, just waiting to inspire and invite you in discovering just how awesome you really are and how to navigate through life in joy, enrichment, personal abundance, in mind, body, spirit, heart, and soul. All the people we bring you are here to serve you on your journey of life. Do enjoy our next show. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, and welcome back to another edition of Sarah's View of Life, right here on selfdiscoverymedia.com. I am Sarah Troy. Spirituality, what is it? Divine, when we say the word, what does it mean? When we talk about the soul, what are we referring to? Well, I'm going to share some of my analogies and understanding of it today. You see, when I talk about the divine, the soul wisdom, I'm talking about the universal energy, the Tao or Tao, the higher source that literally is our creation. We are all created from the universe. All our particles, all our mathematics, the equation of who we are is that of some supreme vision that is out in the universe. Now, we're only talking about the universe that we know of, and this universe is beyond that. There is an intelligence out there, a wisdom out there, all-knowing knowledge out there that we can tap into as humble human beings. We are given a certain intellect in our human brains. The brain is kind of the hard drive. It's what makes us move our hands, speak, move the body. It's the mechanics of it. The programming is the data. The data is something that we put in. Old programming, patterns, conditions, conformity, dictation, assumption, all of those things that create us in a human light. But when we look at humanity at the present moment, even in the recent past, we kind of have to question, are we getting the right message? Why is it that we are incapable of looking at each other from a place of kindness, caring, or even love? Why is it that we give in so much to hate, to fear, to loathing, to violence, to depression, to anxiety? Why are we so caught up in that? That is a human condition entirely. It is not what I call the cosmic wisdom, the soul wisdom, the divine wisdom, universal wisdom, whichever you wish to call it. Many people call it by different names, but let's just look at it as source energy and wisdom that comes through us. If our channels are not open, our soul wisdom cannot come through us. When it speaks, if it does come through us and it speaks to our heart, it is our truth. It is a knowledge and wisdom that is a truth. It gives it to our spirit to go into action, and our minds will know what our mind needs to know, when it needs to know it for that moment. You see, all of this intellect that's in our heads is data. How do we use that data for the greater good? How do we use that data to build, to create, to unite, to come together? How do we use it? Well, it is there like a big library. It's a big database like in your computer. And you don't run all your programs all the time, do you? You write or use the program that you need to use in the moment of what you need to use it for, the application of. Now, how do you know which program to use at that time? Is it out of necessity? Is it just part of the skills and the tools that you use to be creative? And is it coming from a database of absolutes, or is it coming from a wisdom or creation? We are not meant to be humanoids, people just as a human flesh, believing that Earth is everything, that there is nothing else out there, that we are just matter. We are that without that soul intellect, without that cosmic love, without that universal wisdom. We are just humanoids. We're rather robotic in the way of our thinking and our daily needs, and this constant circle of striving, 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 and struggling, and leading us down a path of nowhere. When we open up to that divine source and we allow it to resonate, it is like a deep breath. And it goes to your heart, and your heart gets excited. It's a truth. And that spirit picks it up and knows, I can go into action now. I know what data I need from the mind, from the programming. I know what I need to apply the tools, the skills that one's needed in order to make whatever needs to be happen. It is a partnership, folks. We can't partner with another human being without conflict. Why is that? Because we're too much in pain or expectation or dictation or lack of communication? We don't know how to feel each other? No, not if we're just coming from the data. The data is always running, always questioning, and always telling you it's not enough. When we come from that cosmic love and source energy, Tao, divine, whatever you wish to call it, God, when it comes through us, that clarity, that simplicity, that presence that we get in the now truly, utterly defines us, clarifies us, and gives us the reason to carry on. Now, one of the problems we're having is that we're not opening up those channels. We're not listening to the universe. We think we know it all, or we're so caught up in our own tornado, hurricane, volcanic eruptions that we don't know how to be still enough to open up our channels and allow that sourceful energy of wisdom to come through us. The partnership is we are beautiful cosmic beings having a human existence, not the other way around. Humans are very neophantical without the spirit. If we are detached from that spiritual energy, we are just robotically going through life, rather mindlessly, caught up in our own doctrine and teachings that doesn't take us anywhere. When we open up and channel all that knowledge and wisdom that we need to know, A, we do not feel alone. B, we don't need to know anything more than this present moment. It's enough. And it can ignite something so incredibly creative, or be something so beautifully peaceful, or be something so utterly loving. But we have to open up those channels. So how do you do that? Switch the chatter off for a start. And I know it's difficult. I've always got chatter going in there. So I like to redirect that chatter. For me, various types of music calms my psyche down, brings about the balance in my confusion, in my core, allows me to take that breath and get into a rhythm where I can calm down, open up, and receive without the chatter going on. Some people may find it is running or meditating or watching something, being creative, building something. Anything that you recognize that allows you to channel, that allows you to step out of your mind. Yes, we want you to step out of your mind, and we want you to connect to the soul, heart, and spirit and allow it to be your compass, allow it to be your generator, your chi, your energy, your wisdom, your divine data bank. Now think about it. You've got this little human computer in your head. Look at the universe and the knowledge it's got. Can we compete? No. Are we superior? No. But we're here for a reason. And what is that reason? when we decide that we're going to take this life's journey and discover what that reason is by allowing the guidance to come through us and show us our path, show us our skills, those abilities that we can now use to help the collective human race and bring us all together in a beautiful symphony, choir, orchestra, you name it. That is what it's all about. We are here to serve one another. We are here to help each other connect. We are here to step into that loving, caring, unity, vibration that actually matches the vibration and the frequency of the universe. We're tuned out, folks. We're tuned out because there's so much repression, so much doubt, so much fear, so much hate, so much discord being thrown at us. And this expectation that we should be here and we'll be happy if we have that, and we can only achieve this if we do that. It's all a human condition. And please take a good look, because if we just live in the human condition, we're not getting anywhere. We're not discovering happiness or contentment or achievement. You may have little achievements along the way, and then you sit back and say, but did that make me happy? Did that make me fulfilled? Do I feel I'm a part of something bigger? Can I wake up every day and feel this is my driving force and I love the effect that it has on other people? Well, if you've got a yes there, you're on the right track. Because that's what it's about. How do we help each other? We as human beings are way behind our development. You look at our technology, and our technology is not there to replace us. It's there to replace the mechanical things that we have to do. And it's there to allow us to step into our creativity, into our supreme creativity of that universal wisdom, and become more. What more, you say? Well, that is up to us to take the journey and discover. That is up to us to open up and be willing to receive and discover what it is that is our gift to share. And as we share it and as we expand it and as we immerse ourselves in it and we see the results that it's having, we understand that is the true enrichment. That is the true abundance of life. That is the very essence of your beingness, of why you're here. It isn't just in service of one another. It's not about servitude. It's about being one of those instruments in the orchestra of life that lifts everybody up to a higher level. Why do we need to be up at that higher level? Several reasons. Number one, we are harming this planet, this beautiful gift of a planet that gives us everything we need. We are harming it with our hate, with our wars, with our greed, with our discontent. People are grounding their sorrows into the earth, grounding their anger, and Mother Earth is saying, for God's sake, I can't take anymore. And she is flooding and she is having fires and she's cracking up because she cannot take this force, this repression, this fear and hate and loathing that human beings have. She's given us everything we need, not for anything to sustain these bodies other than our spiritual connection that allows us to live in these bodies in that sustainability, in equilibrium and harmony. We have to stop abusing her. We have to stop abusing each other. We have to stop abusing ourselves. If you're chasing a dream that you're hoping the result will be other people will admire you because of it, you'll be more popular because of it, you'll be richer because of it, it's the wrong dream. and you will never be satisfied, and you will never ever get the ultimate goal that you're seeking because it's the wrong way to go about it. There's nothing wrong in making money. How you take that money and seed opportunity for other people is where it's at. How have you generated other people's enrichment because of that? So if your path makes money that can generate opportunities or caring or support for others, then yay, that is what it's about. But if you're making money to hoard it or to define yourself to other people as being rich and popular and grander, then that is ego. And that is an illusion that will leave you to delusionment. The universe has everything we need as a human being and has provided it with the planet of our substance, has provided it with our exploration, has provided it through the wisdom, through the guidance, for being the generator, for being the energy. And when we are one with the universe, we see and interact on this planet in a totally different way. We see and interact with each other in a totally different way. We see possibilities and opportunities in our lives that are so much more profound because we've opened up our psyche, opened up our hearts and souls, which has opened up our minds to see things in a better way. We know we have to change. And it isn't up to your governments to change, the corporations to change. It's up to you to change. And the more of us that do change, the more of us that are willing to grow, the more of us that are willing to ignite our heart and souls, listen to the wisdom, become that presence and that essence that is a solution to the world, the faster we will heal our planet, the faster we will heal ourselves, and the faster we will grow and elevate up to that next level that they so desperately need us to grow up to. It lies within us, each and every one of us. It's not an outside job, it's an inside one. You may take traditional meditating. I've just had Master Shah on, where he uses calligraphy as a form of meditation, a form of healing, and a form of connecting. As he writes the calligraphy and we follow that movement, we realize it's flow, it's a rhythm, it's a sequence, a frequency, a wavelength that when we repeat it over and over, changes our frequency and takes us to a different vibration. There are many people like Master Shah that I've interviewed here in selfdiscoverymedia.com, and each one of them in their own way are using their skills and their techniques to help people leave the past where it is, the pain and the anguish and the disillusionment and the discord and the disconnect. Leave it all behind. I know you've got scars. I know that perhaps you might be even see a little sensitive on certain things. I am a human being too, and I still carry some of those things. They are the scars, but I don't let them get in my way anymore. They are just part of my battle wounds into becoming me and who I am today and what I'm doing. I've just written my memoir, and I wrote it as an observer because I'm not going to revisit pain. I know what it did. I know why, how I felt, why I felt like I did. And I understand all of that was to take me to where I am today. Do I wish I'd done things differently? Hell yes. Wish I got here quicker. Wish I hadn't been so needy to be pleasing other people to validate who I was. I don't do that anymore. Like with these shows, you can take them or leave them. There are plenty of other people with podcasts. If I'm not your cup of tea, that is perfectly all right with me. And if I am, and there's any form of inspiration or encouragement, support, love that you get from me, then that is my nectar. Thank you. When we realize that our lives, our perspectives, our point of view, the way we choose to see things, the way we choose to react to things, the way we choose to treat other people and ourselves is up to us. Now, I know many people are being treated badly, and that's happening to them. But when they switch it to happening for them, how can they survive this? How can they thrive this? What changes can they make that they can no longer be the victim? How do they discover their strength and their abilities to overcome? That is the journey of life. And we're all given those obstacles and those challenges to face, some harder than others. It's not a competition, it's just each journey. When we're willing to take that journey in discovery of self and to discover really what we're here for, what is our beautiful instrument? How do I use it? Which orchestra do I bring it to? What pieces do we play that is so harmonious that it lifts everyone up who listens? If we can work as an individual to be part of the equation of the collective, we will understand as we rise up into that higher, beautiful frequency of love, of supreme beingness, of utter peace, we will understand. But it is up to us to let go of that old programming, those patterns that do not work and never did, and look at ourselves as a blank canvas and allow the paint and the colors to come through you so that when your brush hits the canvas, it is speaking from your very universal soul, from your universal spirit, igniting your human heart in connection and allowing your creation to be what it is that it is meant to be. No lines, no dictation, no preconceived idea. Just allow that brush to be on that canvas and paint what it is that you need to know or you need to share. And when we step into that knowingness, we step into that lovingness, we step into that allowingness, and we step into that divine wisdom, that universal, extreme knowledge that is far greater than we are, far wiser than we are, that is sharing that wisdom with us, one piece of wisdom at a time. We allow it to go through us, and we apply it, and we see the results of it, then we begin to understand. Repetition is the way to reprogram the human mind. So if you repeat that self-love, the kindness to yourself, soft, beautiful, loving words to yourself, when you find whatever meditative state is for you, whether it is the repetitiveness of the caligula, of the, I've forgotten the word now, the beautiful art, sorry, gone blank there. Whatever it is, it needs to be something that gets you into a beautiful rhythm, a soft, easy up and down rhythm. Something that is consistent, repetitive, but has a flow to it, has a rhythm to it, because that is how we change the waters within our body, and that is how we find the equilibrium in our body. That is how we center ourselves. This is how we become one open channel with the beautiful source of wisdom that is at our access 24/7. Don't need to go to church on Sunday to get it. It's there every moment of every day of everyone's life, just waiting for us to open up Breathe it in and allow it to show us what we need to know and what we need to do so that we as a human race can grow and move forward. So while you look at all that's going on in the world, war, floods, lies, deceit, hate, violence, ill health, depression, do not get bogged down with that. Decide yourself, for yourself, that I am going to become the light in my darkness so that I can become the light for someone else in their darkness. It's a journey, folks, and one that when you surrender to and you allow it to happen, and as I said, I have Master Shah and I have many other beautiful people here at selfdiscoverymedia.com and all of those genres. I invite you to take a cruise through the site and have a look at which one speaks to you, which modality speaks to you. What is it that they're doing that you feel you have a better connection with? And connect. Listen, feel, learn, and connect, because those people are there to help you navigate this journey of leaving all that does not serve you behind you and opening the doors to all that you are meant to be in your beautiful, divine, gorgeous essence of a human being in that light that the universe is shining right through you. So please allow, please take the journey. Please be open-minded, blank-minded. Don't dictate anything. The only intellect I want you to have is in listening to other people and seeing who is speaking to you, because that's the person that you need to reach out to. That's the person you feel affinity with, and they're the person to take you on that next chapter of your life. Not the whole book, just the chapter, just to showing you some technique or wisdom to open up, let go, take in and out into the world full of love. That doesn't mean you do not acknowledge everything else that's going on, but it does mean that you don't become part of the chaos, but you do become part of the clarity. And in that clarity, you become that clarital light for someone else. That is what it's all about, folks. So be that beacon of light in yourself. Shine bright for others, and let us collectively raise our beautiful frequency into a higher level plane for this planet, for the human and all life of this planet, so that we can rise up to that next level. Do we know what that next level is? No. But isn't it exciting to know that it's there and it's something we can reach for? And the closer we get to it, the more we'll understand it, and the more we'll understand the experience that we're having through these human bodies, this beautiful, spiritual, wonderfully open, loving gift that the universe has given us, and how everything becomes so much more. The taste, the sight, the touch, the hold, everything becomes a more beautiful experience. And in that experience, in that heightened, beautiful experience, you have so much more to give, so much more to be, and so much more in everyone's life, including your own. So let it in, please. Let it in. Don't be afraid of it. I promise you, it is nothing to be afraid of. The universal's love, the universal's wisdom is pure. The only gender it has is to raise your frequency, to open your eyes, your heart, your soul, your very being into see all the beautiful opportunities, creativity, and supreme love that we can reach when we choose to reach it. So please take the journey. I promise you it's worth it. It is so much better, this state of being, the state of love, the state of like a really huge deep breath. And and I hope you all get there. But please, first leap of faith is the first step. I do these podcasts with all my wonderful guests to be that inspiration that begets that invitation to you to want to rise up and ignite and open up and become. So until next time, folks, happy listening, happy discovering. Let everything go that does not serve you. Be willing to be a blank slate and open up to that divine source and let it energize you, because you have no idea how beautiful it is until you do. Until next time, folks, bye for now. We hope that you enjoyed the show. Find all of our shows on selfdiscoverymedia.com under podcasts or selfdiscoverymedia/shows. And for all our current shows, go to What's New. We are supported by you, the audience. You'll see a nice big shiny blue button for one-time donations, or follow us on Patreon and you will be able to support us there. We enjoy bringing you such wisdom, and the next show will be up in just a moment.